say is not really whether or not we should be banning or not, but it's the framework of personal history that may be going into the decision of whether or not. This was brought to my attention, and I began researching the topic, and I realized a slight trend. One of the council members, as a human being, I greatly feel for the loss of the 5 people that you knew as a result of gunfire. But as a citizen, I feel I have to state that you based your vote, which has brought us here to this point, on the feelings that came from that, not from the facts, both legal and statistical, of the reality of the situation in Corvallis and in Oregon. As elected officials, you have the responsibility to make decisions based on those measures. Also, I was made aware of an email that was sent to a constituent of Mr. Joel Hirsch. In that email, you made the statement that you had no sympathy for the open carry, that you wanted to protect the people of this community from fear and intimidation, and you felt the answer to that was through more judges and less conservatives in the decision-making process. I'm not saying that you may be wrong. I mean, that's probably a result of, you're educated in California and Michigan, I believe, and those are historically very anti-gun and left-wing leaning places. But none of the places are Oregon. And in this state, we do like firearms, we do carry firearms, we have for generations, and we very likely will continue to do so, no matter what anyone else's opinion is of that. My last statement wasn't part of my planned speech, but I felt compelled to just ask the question. I would like to ask Mr. Beilstein, I hope I pronounced his name right, Councilman Beilstein, why you are displaying a Cuban flag at an official meeting in the presence of veterans of this great nation. Cuba is a communist nation. They've funded and aided in the training of people who have probably shot at these gentlemen here. And I would like to know, and I also noticed, I wasn't going to say anything, but then I noticed you didn't face the flag in the Pledge of Allegiance, you didn't hold your hand over your chest, nor did you recite the Pledge of Allegiance. So my question to you is, where do your loyalties lie, sir? Is it to us in this nation, or to the Cuban nation, or some other third party?
And Mr. Rivera, so this is really your time to address the council. This really is not a time to engage in dialogue with any individual councilor. So you're certainly welcome to have that discussion with Councilor Beilstein or any of us at another time.
Well, he started leaning into his microphone there. He wants to talk. He started leaning into his microphone. He wants to talk.
Thank you very much. We're moving now to Mr. Barnett, I believe. Paul Cawthorn, could please come forward to this microphone.